All right. My apologies. No introduction. Listen, I was about to begin and everything shut down. I feel so bad. But my friend Brain Drain, who was here 30 minutes before, my apologies. How can I repay you for having delayed? Brain Drain. What must I do? Is my apology sufficient? Claudia, who has also been on, my apologies. I feel so bad because at that moment you're about to get on and then, man, this thing just shut down. Please forgive me, people, but we're going to get the show going. It is the BPL Banter Show where you get to speak about your club. You get to talk about what your club in the EPL has done this season. Um, you just share about your club, whatever it is. Tonight we pin the link so that you can jump on to the stream. All we ask is that you be well mannered in terms of your behavior and decorum. That you also ensure that your background is as best as possible. Um, you know, clean and clear. Your audio is clean and clear, and you have your camera on. That's it. Simple requirement, and you can come and share about your EPL team. We're going to speak about the African Cup of Nations, and I also have one other bit of information. The Trenchtown Rock Foundation, some of you know, and may have contributed to that whole uh, operation there. The event that was supposed to be held on the 18th of December, they actually had it today, and I heard it went well. And I know Mr. Joe Downer spoke to me today, and he said that, listen, he was very grateful to all the persons who contributed to the cause. And so, again, thank you to all the subscribers to I Am Sure Sports who would have given to that. They are going to come back at the end of everything to speak about it. So you can look forward to that, to hear from them. There are going to be some testimonials. And there are also the persons who contributed to the Unsung Ones. That is the organization where Michael Tolo spoke about that helps former footballers who have fallen on hard times. I mean, they were able to do some work in the festive season, and they're going to speak to that and show you some other things. They made some visits, and they also went to look for Frank Brown, and he's going to come on at the beginning of the new year to speak about that experience as well. So, want you to know that. Want to say a big thank you to all the persons who gave to those causes, and that know that whatever you gave, it was spent in a worthwhile manner. All right. And please know we don't have any super chat on the platform, right? Because we want to channel whatever resources that would come here, at least for now, to helping those who are in greater need, right? As you know, there are some plans afoot come next year. I mean, prayerfully with this pandemic, um, probably easing to have a group of persons from the platform to partner with some former national footballers to do some work at the grassroots levels in Jamaica. And so start the start 2022, that's something that we will be looking at and looking toward doing as well. Again, thank you for coming on. Jermaine Campbell, I see you, Claudia, but again, my apologies, my apologies. But we are going to get the show going on right now, and I'm going to help you if you have not been following what is happening in the EPL. I'm going to give you some ideas so you can see, what the standings are really. I don't have to give you the fixtures. I can tell you what the fixtures, the results of the fixtures are. We will show the part of the table that is very visible for you to see. so you can know where your team is positioned, and then you can tell me what are your plans at the beginning of the season. Where did you see your EPL team? I can tell you, you know that I am an Arsenal fan, and I at the beginning of the season, especially of the first after the first three games, I thought we were going to struggle, that we would probably finish closer to the middle of the table, like somewhere between 8 to 12 would be a realistic position, given how the season started and what I felt like was not enough spending in the summer window to bolster the squad. But can I tell you, the coach, even if you don't think he is the best coach, he has gotten good results out of this present group of players. And now Arsenal are in fourth place, and that there is a possibility that they could be in third. It's a very difficult one, but it could work. And here is why. If because Chelsea and Liverpool are playing, and if Arsenal somehow could surprise Manchester City, who play two games this week and then play on Saturday, and happily, Arsenal, their game against Wolves was put off, so that should give them a little bit more of a rest time. And with that, I am hoping that they can pull off a win against City. If that happens, they go to 38 points, and either Liverpool or Chelsea will drop points. So, what say you? But firstly, I would love to know, which team do you support in the EPL, right? Before you beat me about supporting Arsenal, I want you to tell me who you support. And please, don't come in here and all of you say that you're Liverpool and City fans. I know some of you who are Manchester United fans, and if you try to, you know, to be smart, I'm going to call you out. So let's see. Do we have any City fans? I see Jeremy Campbell says, I predict Arsenal will make top four. Oh, you're predicting it now, or you predicted it before? Because certainly I did not see this happening. I did not see this happening. But I believe, given what I'm seeing now, they could. All right, Claudia says, yeah, CR7 scored a goal, yada, yada. Let's move on. Man United fan. I can see that Claudia is not a Man United fan. I can tell. And she's not a Chelsea fan either. Owen, greetings and salutation, my friend. Blessings to you. Liverpool, lift your head up. Oh, no, I get it. All right. So, Brain Drain, you need to respond to Claudia. She said, yada, 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 about CR7. But um, Liverpool will not drop any point. Isn't Liverpool playing Chelsea soon? Isn't it this weekend? That is going to be a game, because Liverpool will be without Naby Keita, Mohamed Salah, Sadio Mane. I believe those players will be out for Liverpool, because they have to go to the African Cup of Nations. But Chelsea will be without their number one goalkeeper Mendy, who's supposed to be going. Um, I think that's the only player, regular starter in the Chelsea team, who may be affected. But let's look at the point standing, goals conceded, goals scored, and yeah, so you can tell me about your club. I have a couple of persons who are supposed to be coming on to join me a little later. So there we go. So Manchester City, they have played 20 games, 16 wins, two drawn games, two losses. They have scored 51 goals, people. Whoa. Listen, they're on record to score 100 goals this season. Conceded only 12. They have the best defensive record. And yeah, as of today, they are on 50 points, which is an 8-point lead over Chelsea, who are in second place, right? Chelsea, I think Liverpool has scored the second most amount of goals. They have scored 50 goals, and Chelsea third, who has scored 43. Um, so one of the things, if you're a City fan, one of the things you'll be happy about is they not just score a lot of goals, but they don't concede a lot of goals as well, which is a good thing for Manchester City. Um, Manchester City. But Chelsea are in second place, having played 20 games, one game more than Liverpool. They lead Liverpool by a point, and they have 42 points, which is 8 points behind City. Liverpool, having played 19 games, they have 41 points. So, they have a game in hand, but a game in hand is not points in hand. There's no guarantee that you're going to get the points. So the team with the points always have the advantage. What? Hold on, let me get this. Brain drain. What would make you think such a thing? Brain drain. There's no West Ham I believe will be battling for top six. I don't see West Ham in the top four. So if you're a Manchester United fan and you have Spur or West Ham in the top four, so brain drain, where that puts your Manchester United team? Because that's the question. Because I am sure that City will be in the top four. I am sure that Liverpool will be in the top four. And I am going to safely say that Chelsea are going to find a way to squeeze themselves in the top four. So that's it. That's three out of the top four. So that last spot is between Arsenal, Manchester United, Tottenham Hotspur, and West Ham. And on present record, I would say that the the favorites look to be at this point Arsenal and the Tottenham Hotspur, with Manchester United, then West Ham. So I don't see West Ham finishing in the top four this season. There you go. Here, Owen confirming it. Owen, you're a Liverpool fan, right? I think so. Think you support Liverpool. Oh, okay. So, all right. So here's the issue I have. What? So you're saying, Claudia, you're confirming that Mo Salah will not leave until the third, which is Monday. So he will be available for the Chelsea game. Because I want to ask, why is it so difficult for the players to go and play in the African Cup of Nations? And this is a continual problem. Like, before you purchase the players to come and play for your clubs, you know that these players have the African Cup of Nations. So why is it becoming such a difficulty for them to leave? And I feel the same way when Jamaican players want to come and play in the Gold Cup. Why the clubs in Europe believe that the only important competition for the players in their domestic leagues to play in is the World Cup and the Europa, the European Cup that they call it, or the Nations League for Europe. But when it comes on to other stuff, they don't want. They don't want. I don't understand it. I don't understand why it is so difficult. The players should be allowed to go and represent their countries. So Spurs will not be in the top four. Oh, so you're saying Pogba injury worries you, but I don't think. To be fair though, I don't think this coach is really high on Pogba. So I don't know if Pogba was not injured. Would this coach be playing him? And then I want some Manchester United fans to come and
Not
talk to me
injured. Would this
about
coach
their Bruno Fernandez, who they claim is world class. Is Bruno Fernandez world class, people? So the three things we're going to discuss is the league table, what is happening in the league, right? We're going to discuss Bruno Fernandez, and we're also going to discuss the African Cup of Nations. All right, so let me get some more of your comment. Brandon is saying Conte coaches Spurs is the brilliant reason. Okay, well, um, yeah, he's a good coach, but I don't think they have a good enough squad unless they're going to make several purchases. I still think that there's uncertainty around Hurricane. I just don't think the Spurs squad is good enough. I mean, when you're playing Deli Ali, it means that you have regressed. People, the link has been dropped, so you can check it out. Race will be mentioned soon. No, I won't even get into that brain drain. Yes, man, it is confirmed the guys will play in the Chelsea game. The club negotiated with the country. Oh my lord, I don't like that. Or they hate it because it. All right, but do you know? All right, so do you know that if they play it in the summer, they're gonna have problems? Because remember, Africa is a continent. They have different summers. I don't know if people know. All all the all the countries in Africa don't have summer at the same time. So it's going to be very difficult to play it in the summer window. I just think it shouldn't be such a big deal. For example, you know from the start of the season that they're going to go away for 5 games. I think the clubs need to make provisions for that. Instead of asking the people to change their competition, the club should make provisions. Build some other players, buy some other players, but don't ask the continent to change their continental, no, well, their confederation tournament. All lives matter. All lives matter. Black lives matter. White lives matter. All lives matter. All right. Bruno, good player, but he's not world class. Only the going is good. You see, Stephen Campbell. I don't editing an African Cup of Nation video right now. Okay. Yeah. Some okay, Eddie. All right, all right, all right, all right. So my point is I don't think you should ask the people to move their tournament that has been going on for so many years from the time and put it in the summer because here's the thing. They're going to be competing with Copa America. They're going to be competing with the same the European tournament. They're going to be competing with the Gold Cup. This is the best window for them. This is like 4 games. 4 games. Clubs should make the provision. I think it affects some people. I don't know, but I look at like Manchester City. I am wondering if it is strategic that the coach at Manchester City has only one player in his team that comes out of Africa because he's making provision for the African Cup of Nations. You know, Iniacho and Yaya Toure was there, and he actually moved them on. So you know, it is a I don't know. It is a I don't know. I don't know, man. I don't know. But there's a table, people. The Arsenal are up there sitting in fourth. Look at that, man. Hmm? 35 points. Who would have believed, given the start that we had. Yes, man. Oh, I read that already. What do you think about Arsenal young team? I predicted top four this year and first place by 2023. Whoa, Jeremy Campbell. Listen, if you get this right, you're a genius, right? I think fourth place would be good for them. I think it's a very, I Arsenal has the youngest squad in the league. Average age, let me say it that way. Average age in the league, right? They have um they have 20 goals that are scored by players 23 and under. That is Odegaard, Saka, Martinelli, and Emil Smith Rowe. And I think they have something like 12 assists. So goal contribution is 32. You'd say out of and Arsenal has scored 32 goals. So you'd say those four young players, they have been involved in every goal that Arsenal has scored in the EPL. Very good young four. They also have Sambi Lakanga, is also a young player. Tierney is young as well. Ben White is young. The goalkeeper, Unform, I believe, Unform, right now, in the last probably 6 or so weeks, that the Arsenal goalkeeper, Ramsdale, is Unform, the best goalkeeper in the league. Overall, he's not the best, but Unform, I think he has been the best goalkeeper in the league. Uh, Gabriel Magalhaes is also very young. So this Arsenal team is a very young team, and if they can add a little bit of experience in the next couple of windows that they have, they could be doing some major things. We have a Liverpool fan who is going to join us, and he's going to tell us what his thoughts are on Liverpool versus Chelsea. How you doing? Welcome to the show, sir. Liverpool for life. The,
Yeah,
ma-
man.
the man
Hold
who
on, hold
tra-
on, hold on. How you doing, man?
I am doing well. I'm doing well, man.
Who
I'm
else,
doing,
who else is on the show, man?
well. No, nobody don't jump on yet. It's just you and I right now. But we have people in the comment section. We have some Liverpool fans out there just confirming that Sadio Mane and Mo Salah will be playing against Chelsea and leaving on Monday for the African Cup of Nations, which is good news.
Yeah, that was announced long time from earlier this week.
Okay, what you think about that though? I mean, given you know what has been said by even people like Ian Wright about the kind of recognition that is given to the African Cup of Nations and stuff.
What is said?
Yeah, he's talking about that. It seems like the people don't think it is important because players should not be put in a position basically could actually play it where they have to make a decision to accept the call up or negotiate when to go when it is an
Oh,
official
it's
tournament.
no, but them, the players never have a choice if them get called up. They have to go. But it's really it's some of the Europeans though that's saying that because it disrupt them club season and all. You know?
Okay.
Just I don't know, I just say maybe a lot of people don't respect it like that. A lot of people don't have respect for other people's things.
Yeah. Yeah. But so
But
let me ask.
some of our people follow the same line of thinking to it. I
Explain what you mean.
act like them English club more important than anything else. But it's
Okay, well,
just the way
yeah, that is true because a lot of people would rather buy their Liverpool shirt than a Jamaica national team jersey.
well, I don't know about rather, but I know it's easier to get a Liverpool shirt. I get one for Christmas from somebody.
Okay,
But
what?
but it's
So
kind of hard to get a reggae boy shirt. I don't right now. I don't even know if I get one. If I
yeah. All right, so let me ask you, because at this point, right, the table, Liverpool 19 match 41 games. So this game against Chelsea is very important because City is beginning to open up a lead because they're leading Liverpool by 9 points right now. This is really the midway part of the season. I
Yeah,
mean,
them play one more games.
one more game, yeah. How important is this game in context of the league position and Liverpool's ambition
I
to
think
try
now,
to,
I think Liverpool have to win it.
okay. You
I
think
think
it's a,
them have to win.
you think it's a must-win game?
Yeah, man. I think if anybody lose that game, them dead, man. Dead, dead. Whether Liverpool or Chelsea. Anybody lose that game, it them out.
In terms of
And
the
I don't think I draw help nobody still. So somebody have
okay.
to go and win.
I mean, the last couple of
Preferably
games,
Liverpool.
is it fatigue with the
Huh?
team? Is it fatigue with the Liverpool team, or is
I
it the
can't
COVID
hear
thing?
you.
Because
Notice
it,
I drive still, you know.
okay, right. So is it? I mean, I realize the last couple of performances from Liverpool, they have not been up to par, up to the standard. I know Salah missed a penalty, unfortunately, which is not normally the case. I mean, is this like the time when more rotation is needed because the games are coming now quicker? Like it's almost like 4 games
I
in.
wouldn't
Like
say the last.
yes,
I wouldn't say the last. I think the game against Tottenham was a good game. A good game. Them play well in that game. Referee robbery, but that gone. But it's just this last game a while ago that wasn't good. But them still had opportunities to win the game. If Salah scored a penalty, they start to change the way them play. And then Mane get another opportunity before Leicester even score. So even without them get opportunities where they could have scored. So I don't really see it. It wasn't a good performance, but them had opportunity.
okay,
But as a football gun, you can't win every game still at 38 games. It's only one team ever go and beat in England and Arsenal.
yeah,
So every single season, basically every team gonna lose a game or two or three. I know some look for it.
yeah. Yeah, I agree with you that this is a must-win game for both teams. The thing is that both
Yeah,
of them can win because I mean unless Arsenal beat City and really slow down them, which looks like a possibility this time around.
anything is possible, man. People talk like, listen, me I watch football for years, you know, and there's a reason why every weekend you get up and watch. As much as people talk like, oh, because City have this lead, them will never lose. None of us know what is going on. None of us. City can get up and play against Norwich and lose. Well, when nobody expects. So people just like talk and say, oh, the league is over and all of that. But none of us know what is going on. Because City themselves lose games already this season.
Yeah,
So let me put it this way. As I say, Liverpool have to beat Chelsea. They, that would make them 6 points behind, right? With a game in on, you know,
yeah,
against Leeds. And if them win that game in on, it's really just 3 points. But they have to win the game them. And then them themselves have to play City. So them can't beat City. Liverpool can't beat City.
definitely.
All right. And by time, if everything work out, by time you look the thing equal up again. But Liverpool have to win them game them still. But me just assure you, it is not as over as people want to make it out.
Yeah,
Now that's how football work. You like watching the same thing there all the time. Like people act like say, oh, there's 5 months to go and 19 games and everybody know who will win the thing. Right? I don't know the game them are go.
yeah,
That is why we get up and watch a game them every week. Cause for see what happen.
yeah.
I mean,
Which Liverpool player you have been most impressed with this season so far? Because like I say, it's at the midpoint. And which player you expected more
Joel,
from?
Joel Martin. Think he's think he's an underrated centre back. People they don't really talk about him. But I believe he's one of the best in the English Premier League.
Okay. And,
Maybe
and
even top 5.
Any Liverpool player that you think like you expected more from them this season, given what they probably would have done? I have my two. You want me to, I can't. So go ahead and then I'll tell you my two that impressed and disappointed with.
Impress, Mr. Matip.
Yeah.
I don't know about disappointed, but I don't think Mane playing up to him standards. Right?
All right. So let me tell you mine. I think this year I've seen a different Trent Alexander-Arnold. I think he's. I don't know. Maybe I wasn't paying enough attention to him, but to me, he looks a bit cleaner this season than before. He looks like he could score 10 goals this season. Like he's a bigger goal threat this season than previous season. And I'm not happy with what his name. I don't know why Thiago keep getting. I don't know. I have a problem with players like that. That is
We do?
Thiago what's
No,
his
man. Thiago one of the best. Thiago one of the best players. You notice it's 2 games where them, the last 2 games where them play where you say them don't play a 2 game where miss.
Yeah.
All right. You know when Liverpool start Fabinho and Thiago, them play 15 games together. Liverpool win 14 and draw 1.
Okay.
When Thiago and Fabinho play, we don't lose. He missed the Tottenham game and he missed this last game. He will be back for Chelsea.
Okay. All right, you hear that, people? From the Liverpool, the key to the thing is Fabinho. Let me get some more comments and then I'll
Fabinho
just
and
right. Let me get some more comments because I know you're driving. Um uh eh, all right. I see I'm brain drain saying that Arsenal not beating any of the top teams. Really? All right. We'll
you
see
see
about
that. You see what I mean? You see what I mean, man, is man.
that.
That
Yeah.
is that. Those are the kind of comments when me listen to and me say. A lot of people just like to talk. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Them like to talk, but in the end, no, we don't know what happened in the game. See? So, see, I'm like, oh, Southampton can beat City. Southampton will beat City. Somebody beat City. Why Arsenal can beat City?
Here you go. Because
No,
this is
no, we don't know. See, I'm like, oh, I will beat Liverpool. Not the last game. Somebody else beat. Some other little team beat Liverpool. Why Arsenal can beat Liverpool?
yeah.
See, I'm like, West Ham beat Chelsea. Why Arsenal can beat Chelsea? You see, at the end of the day, nobody know what happen, but everybody just like make them talk there. But them talk, they're not real football talk, you know. Them talk because when we turn on the TV and sit down for watch, the reason why we sit down for watch a game is because all of we, even the man that we attack, when him turn on the TV for watch an Arsenal game, the reason why I'm gonna sit down and watch it, I can't know what happening, you know.
Well, that is true because even knew what
But
was going to happen then.
But everybody want to talk like them know what happened in the game. So them say this team can't win and that can't win. And then we watch game or we see teams we never expect for win the game, them end up win the game.
yeah.
So that is why we watch. Because none of we don't know what happened in none of the game there. That is why we watch them. So Arsenal can beat teams in the top 4. And before the season done, them are gonna beat a team in the top 4. Them themselves in the top 4. So what I mean? Them a big team, you know.
Boss Thomas says Liverpool fans, don't worry, you will shackle like 2008 Champions League. You will get a
You
shocker.
got
He says, Liverpool fans, don't worry, you will get a shocker like the 2008 Champions League semi-finals.
and so far back him gone. Look how much game play since then. Huh? And when last Chelsea beat him? And so far back him have go. My God. Have go so far. Huh? Me can't say them all get the same thing when them get last year. We'll give them 5. A long time Chelsea not beat Liverpool, you know.
What I say with the Chelsea team though is that Lukaku seemed to be finding some form, and that maybe well, I know Van Dijk is there, but I'd love to see the rest of the Liverpool defense handle that.
Hold on, a caller coming from my phone.
Yeah. Yeah, so come on, people. The link is pinned. If you want to come on and talk about your club, just jump onto the stream and tell us what you think. Right? Yeah, man. But Arsenal for the top four. Thank you, Gilfit. I think this is Timal. Arsenal beat both Chelsea and City when they won FA Cup. But not only that, until the last game, it was like 10 games. Manchester United had not defeated Arsenal. We defeated Tottenham, who is a big team. We defeated Tottenham this season, outclassed them. In fact, so let's not forget that. Brain drain. We defeated them. Brain drain saying my comments are based on strong probability and analytics. Which one of the comments, Brain drain? That Arsenal will not beat any of the but how you gonna say that when we defeated any of the top teams? We defeated Tottenham, right? Last season we defeated Chelsea. Last season we defeated Manchester United. Manchester United, we defeated them, we drew with them. We defeated Tottenham, we defeated Chelsea. Liverpool and City defeated us. So I don't understand you. We're not here. Hold on. Yeah. All right, but I think what would work for Arsenal is if we get a draw in this game. But yeah, tell us about your team. What has your team? Come on, people. What has your team been doing? What is your expectation given what you have seen? For those of you who are out there, who would you sign? Is there anyone or any position you need to fill in your team? Now that the window is going to be open in a couple of days, is there anyone that your club probably need to move on so your team can function better in the window that is coming up? Because that's something else that we need to look at. There is a transfer window that is right around the corner, and we need to make some decisions. I think, like for Arsenal, we need to probably get us a center forward, a number 9, with the issue we're having with Aubameyang and Lacazette not renewing his contract. So I think that's a place. We also need a holding midfielder, I believe, and I hear there's a possibility that Coutinho could be coming in. I think that would be a good addition to the team if we get the other positions filled. Arsenal won't finish in the top 4. I just think Man United will edge them for the fourth. For fourth? Really? Why? Why don't for fourth place? Because the team is young and they will slip up at the business end of the season. All right, I hear you. I hear you, Tyrese. We were agreeing on the Mannings thing yesterday, but today you come with the club thing. We disagreed. Jason Goda, big up, big up. Coutinho can stay where him. He's alone, you know. He's alone at half price in terms of salary. So I don't think it would be a bad thing. Numbers are important. You understand me? Because think about it though, Jason Guna. What if Odegaard gets injured and Smith Rowe is out? Who plays in that position? Charlie, the youngster. Brain Drain said, Manchester United can do without Rashford, CR7, and whiny boss Bruno. Rashford? No, man. Rashford is a good footballer. Rashford is a good footballer, man. Rashford is coming off injuries and all of that, you know. I think he's good enough. I think he's good enough. Patina to the world at that point. You are just trust the youngster into the firing line So early, man, at the business end of the season, like Tyrese had said, everyone is forgetting that Arsenal is a team that always finish their season strong. And I don't think this season is any different. And that is it. That's the thing. Normally, Arsenal's strongest part of their season is their last 10 games. And here's what I think is going to work against Manchester United. They have been dropping points from some a stretch of easy game. And Manchester United is going to have one of the hardest run-ins at the back end of the season. I think that is where it's going to bother them and affect them. All right, Bridget. Rashford lacks football brain, has all the talent, but decision making is poor, 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 poor. Whoa. Tottenham Hotspur will most definitely finish in the top four, and Arsenal will be demolished by Man City. People, Arsenal will beat Man City. Man City played on Monday, right? They played yesterday and they played on Saturday. Arsenal was supposed to play Wolves. That game was put off. Arsenal is going to beat Manchester City. People, I'm telling you, it's going to be one of the first surprises of the season. And I also think the fact that the Arsenal coach is out with COVID is going to make the team play with more freedom, because I think when he goes into some of these games, he goes in there with a level of fear. So I am trusting that I think the team is going to beat City, because City has not been playing well. They have been winning, but they have been conceding a lot of goals, and they don't look the City of old. All right, it's the kids bring us to fourth so far, so I have no problem giving more a chance in the Gunners team. But who would you sign though? Is there anyone then you'd sign Jason Guna? Yeah, Chelsea fans. Chelsea fans always complaining. Yeah. Yeah, but I am right. Odegaard reminds me of Ozil in his prime. Has the ability to unlock some tight situation with the slick passing. Captain material for me. What do you think? I agree. I think he is a very good option. And I think he works harder than Ozil in terms of off the ball. And that works to his advantage. Dre, how you doing, my friend? Hope you're feeling better. The people giving your Chelsea team a hard time. Liverpool is going to beat you this weekend, I've been told. What say you, Dre? The Chelsea man. Claudia. Claudia, what do you mean that I'm delusional? Arsenal is on form, playing some of the best football in the league. That is the truth. If you ask me, who has the best group of creative players going forward, you'd say Arsenal is right up there. Right up there. Outside of Manchester City, since Arteta has been at Arsenal, they have accumulated the most points. Not delusional. I will not even be. It will not even be a close encounter. People, we need. You know what I need to do? I need to remember some of these names, because some of you guys, you come on, and you make some very bold statements, and when the games are finished, you are nowhere to be found. We're gonna bring back on our Liverpool fan. Um.
No man, me just a listen. Me just a listen.
Okay. Okay. All right. So a lot of you guys, you come on and say stuff like, why can't Arsenal beat City? Man City has two awesome teams. They are not affected by frequent games. All right, we will see. We will see. Remember, Leicester City were down, and they came back into that game was 4-3. So City is giving up goals. The Chelsea man says, check, check, check in. My ears are ring. You heard him calling Chelsea. Top 10. I'm not taking any information from top 10. The last time top 10 come in here and tell me about team going to win, it was Edwin Allen and they got knocked out. Top 10. Top 10. I am not listening to you, top 10. Arsenal ain't going to lose nothing. Listen, I tell people, do not look at game like game. We have to people, we have to stop looking at football like this, you know. Don't look and say, well, is Liverpool playing this or this playing this, so this team is going to win. No, football is not like that. And any given day, any team can beat any team. That's how football is, especially in the EPL. I would sign Vlahovic or Isaac or David and bring in Bruno Gomes or Renato Sanchez. All wide attacking mid option are covered in Balogun, Patino, Salah, not Mohamed Salah, that is Hutchinson, all ready for a chance. Yeah, I like the Brazilian guy, Bruno Gomes. I think there's a 38 million this for him. I would take him in. I wouldn't take David, the Canadian youngster. I like Isaac, but I wouldn't listen. If we can get one of these guys, I would take Bruno Gumare. I would take Renato Sanchez because he has played in England before, and then I'd wait to see if I can finish in the top four and go after Haaland. Seeing that Haaland and Odegaard are very good friends, and we'll be in Champions League. So I wouldn't go after a big name forward. I'll just take my chances there, you know, and yeah. London is blue, Europe is blue, and will remain blue come May. How is London blue? What did Chelsea win in London? What did Chelsea win in London to make London blue? Did Chelsea win the Premier League? What did Chelsea win? Somebody remind me what Chelsea win in London to make London blue. Liverpool 3 points waiting on Sunday, Dre. Finally, seeing Pep teaching coming into play with Arteta. He's doing well. Wonderful. Jason Guna says, blue for Man City. Blue for Man City, boss. Claudia says, Man City has looked real good. I don't see your team beating them. All right. All right. We will see. We will see. We'll see. I like being looked at that way, After City win Europe, come back and talk. This is why it's called a banter show. You get to banter people. Who is going to jump on? I need somebody to jump on. Don't hide behind your name. And jump on to the panel and come and talk and share your views. Arsenal side not ready yet. Next 2 seasons, Arsenal gonna be. Oh, you mean the side is not ready? You can have a team in fourth place and say they are not ready. What do they need to prove to be? All right, top 10. If Arsenal not ready, is Manchester United ready? Who is ready? What makes a team ready? When you're ready to come back hard, so you just give me a thumbs up so I know you're ready. Yeah. So let me know. Rodri is out for City and Fernandinho don't have the pace and will give Arsenal an advantage. That's what I'm telling people. Because City plays so much games, I know that players will be out and I don't think Mahrez will be available either. Yeah, there you go. That is it. Arsenal can beat City and they don't look as solid defensively like first time, but look a lot more lethal going further. Arsenal will spend more time defending than attacking, just not to get embarrassed. All right, I can see that happening, but City look like they are going to give up goals. City started cruising when Leicester started their comeback, but always have another gear that can overwhelm any team. Hence, the final surge in that match. All right. Good point. Good point. Good point. Lolo, blessing. Tottenham on my side. Still manage one. Oh, yeah. Usher, man. Boy, me I tell you, Tottenham. We have to send some, some paper cup or give Tottenham because them can't win a cup. Paper cup. The Chelsea man in the building says, can only text money. Yeah, man, I realize, Jay, because I know you're not feeling well. Get well soon, my friend. Things up. But Liverpool has come back, and unfortunately, Chelsea is in the way. All right? So, another Chelsea person here saying that Chelsea is going to win. Top 10. Top 10. Who is your side, top 10? Who is your side? Who is your side, top 10? Yeah, and I think Mahrez not playing. Yeah, I agree. And so Mahrez won't be playing. Rodri won't be playing. I think City, not going to have a couple of players. Listen, Arsenal, I think this is one of the games that Arsenal can probably take advantage of the amount of games that City has played. All right, so let's bring back on. Yeah, man. Yeah. Yeah, man. So, yeah, so who are some of your standout performers for this season in the league so far, Southie?
Oh, first of all, where this Arsenal City game, where they playing that game?
At the Emirates.
So it's this weekend?
Yeah, Saturday.
Oh, I think some people overstate this City thing, Them frightened over City. When City play Wolves the other day, them get a dubious penalty to win the game 1-0.
That is the game that I was wondering. The Wolves game, yeah, man.
Them win yesterday 1-0. Never have it easy yesterday. Them never have it easy yesterday. Them win yesterday 1-0 against Brentford. And in the game against Leicester, I see him put a comment where somebody say them put up another gear in the second half. After the man them come 4-3. What them do is them score 2 goals from corner kicks. And Leicester City has given up the most goals from corners in the Premier League this year. So they weren't impressive in the second half. I don't know why that person said them find another game. What them do, them exploit the weakness where Leicester show against every team, giving up goals from corner kick. So I don't know why people frightened over everything like all right, them will lead by how much points and stuff, but it's not like them can't be beaten. Them can't be beaten. Them can't lose to Chelsea. Them can't lose to Liverpool. Them can't lose to a lot of teams.
And I'm saying, so listen, these guys they played right because when you look at City's last games, right? They played Leicester, the 6-3 games, the 6-3 game. All right.
Them played Brentford yesterday.
They played, and then they played Brentford, and then they're gonna play Arsenal. So it's like 2 days before the games. I think those things take a toll.
I just saying that people just acting like they are this invincible team that nobody can stop them and nobody can beat them and all that stuff. You know what I mean? But them can be beaten. Like all of the rest of the team them in the league, they can be beaten. But let me tell you what happened. City is everybody's second favorite team when them don't want to cheer for the other team. So when the Arsenal man, because him no want to say Liverpool have a chance to win, all of them start talk City, City, City. Or the Chelsea man, or everybody, City, City, City. Them don't want to give another team a props, Everybody go to City and say, oh, City is this invincible team that nobody can beat. And them just 19 games to go and them just go run out with the league and beat up everybody.
Yeah, it's funny. People always say City don't have a lot of real fans, It's like it says, it's kind of like that. People always want City to win because
to stop
they want
the team.
Yeah. So they don't really have a lot of real fans. They don't really have a lot of real fans.
So let's say for instance, Liverpool was leading the league right now by the same amount of points that City lead in the league. 3/4 of them people who are here tell you say nobody not stop City, they would never come out and say nobody not stopping Liverpool. With that very same lead.
Yeah. Yeah,
Is it that very simple?
you're right. So we're gonna give City them 3 points. What? 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 Eddie Guna. Why what? Eddie Guna, what you mean? Eddie Guna, what do you mean by you're going to give City them 3 points? You're Arsenal. I don't understand that.
Why
I don't.
Mwangi? Why Mwangi City 3 points?
Listen, how do you rate? I mean, a lot of people have been like, you know, well, let me not say a lot of people, but persons have been talking about Klopp unwillingness to bring in more players into the Liverpool team, and you know, the changing out of the team and the same team for so long, right? Um, but quality coach. What are your takes on his management of the team since he has been?
I mean, Klopp unwillingness. You think if Klopp was managing Man City or PSG where have unlimited funds, you think he would have spent money? He would have spent the same money? He would spend the same money.
Yeah,
So it have nothing to do with unwillingness. It have to do with the owners and how they manage the club and how them spend money. And the kind of money them have to spend. And him go along with it and do what him have to do. It's like Arsene Wenger. Not like Arsene Wenger never want to spend money, but the club Arsenal are in a situation there. So Arsene Wenger just go with the flow and do what him have to do and take the blame and all them thing there. But if Arsene Wenger was managing a club where have unlimited funds, he would have spent unlimited funds. So it's not like Klopp no don't want to bring in players. It's all the club run. It's all the man them run the club. The man them don't the man them sell players and buy players. Them can't do like Man City. Man City hardly ever sell players, you know. Them sell a player what they are, Ferran Torres. But outside of that, Man City hardly ever sell players. Most of them players run down them contract and leave for free. Them not need the money. So them can't buy. Everybody else can't do that. Some other people have to sell for buy. Arsenal can't do that.
yeah.
You
All
have to
right.
sell players, buy players.
Top 10 asking you a question. He says, why Klopp never exploit the same weakness City exploit? Meaning that when
In what?
City, like when City plays a team, play like Leicester, why did Liverpool? Because you said City exploited Leicester's vulnerability to corner kicks. He's saying that
But
why?
they concede the most goals from corner kick. It don't mean them concede every corner kick. So when Klopp go out there and set up for him corner, him try to score too. But him don't score. So it's not that him don't want to exploit it. It's just that them don't concede every corner kick. But they concede the most from corner kicks. And at the City game, them concede too. And not everybody them are gonna concede corner kicks too. Because sometimes them are gonna defend them properly. But what happen more often than not, them don't defend them, and that happening in the City game. That's all. So it working about. If a man have a weak defense and one team exploit the weak defense, it don't mean every game, every team is going to exploit the weak defense. Some games them are gonna play good.
Yeah. Gilfy says City is the only team in the last couple of years to run down team and win the league. And when they get in front at Christmas, no one catch them. So they must be favorite to win. Yeah,
Yeah. They are favorite, but just because it never happened last year, no means it will happen. It can't happen this year. And that's a life work. It's not a life work. When you think about the past too much, there's a reason why things happen for the first time sometime. Just because them lead at Christmas last year and win, it don't necessarily mean them are gonna lead at Christmas this year and win. That's why you watch a game them every year.
yeah. So Eddie, not because them get the 6 points last year from Arsenal, mean that they're
Yeah,
gonna
them are gonna get the 6 points again.
be yeah.
Yeah, you know what I mean? No, them lead at Christmas last year and win, and them run down team and win. Them are not, and because them run down team and win, nobody else will ever run them down and win. You can't look on things. No? You watch it and hope say somebody run them down and win.
Yeah. Like I always tell people, listen, at the end of the day, the City fan wants City to win. But listen, can Liverpool win? Of course. All it takes is that, remember, at this Leicester, Liverpool and City has to play. S- So That is, if Liverpool wins that game, that is 3 points closer to City.
And you can't, and no man can, you can't tell me say Liverpool can't win it. Them can win it.
Yeah.
Just as well as them can lose it, but them can win it. And even the man we are tell you that a while ago about rundown, you see, if Liverpool get 3 points behind City, the day when them a play City, him a go there right in front of TV. Wait to see what happen. You know why him a go there right in front of TV and wait to see what happen? Because as much as him a run him mouth and I tell you what him a say, him no know what happen. So that is why all I will get up and watch sports, you know, because we don't know what happen. We just like to talk, like we know what is going to happen.
Yeah. So all right. So listen, that's it. Liverpool top 10. Let's say that Liverpool and Arsenal. So who is ready top 10? Because this is the thing with top 10 now. Top 10 say him just watch EPL for fun. His team is Real Madrid. All right.
So what I mean, it's football. It's football. Like but Real Madrid are not my team. But if me I watch it, if me I watch it, La Liga, me I watch because of football. So the same principles apply. What am I trying to say? The principles different because in a EPL, and the same principles apply. Them play 90 minutes and them go for 3 points, and anything can happen. What I mean by sometimes one of the age of some of them people when them talk them things. Like there must be like some kids or something, like some juveniles or something. The things that them say. You only watch EPL for fun. So what that mean? What do you watch La Liga for? For what? It's football. You watch football. And every one of the football them is the same principles apply. 90 minutes, 2 half, how much substitution, and we don't know what happen.
Yeah.
You know
Cranky. Stan Cranky, you're Arsenal man. Can Arsenal finish in the top 4? Cranky, you need to jump on. Cranky, you need to jump on and tell me if Arsenal can finish in the top 4. Because here's the thing. And here's where Southie and I agree. Not because something has never been done means that it cannot be done. It is not impossible for Liverpool to catch back City. It is not impossible for Chelsea to catch them back and pass them. It is not even impossible for Manchester United to do it. It is still possible. So, though it seems like the distance is far, it's not really so far enough because the teams have to play each other. And so this weekend game is very important. The game with City versus Liverpool. Liverpool versus Chelsea, because that would make the swing or the points differential a little bit bigger.
Somebody have to win the game.
Yeah.
Hopefully Liverpool.
Core, bless up, man. Good to have your core. All your tech man in the building, Bevington. Arsenal man in the building. Well, you sound like a reggae boy. What do you mean like a reggae boy fan? You want to be so like a reggae boy fan. I'm an Arsenal fan, Bridget. Listen, it is not, all I'm saying is not impossible.
For Arsenal to finish top 4?
No, man. Well, no, well, I'm talking about catching back City. People making it seem like it is impossible for City to be caught at this time because it is Christmas. It is not impossible. Who was it? I think Arsenal was struck down under Wenger when they were leading Manchester United, I think by around 13 points one at a time.
Yo, Manchester United tracked down Newcastle, who they lead them by 12 points. Man City tracked down. Man United was leading Man City by 8 points with 6 games to go. You remember that season when
Aguero, yeah.
A lot of people don't talk about that, but that was a choke by Man U, you know. They were leading by 8 points with 6 games to go, you know. And the whole world saw them win the league, right?
Yeah.
Guess who them lose to? Guess who them lose to in that 6 games?
Oh, the last game was a Crystal Palace game with Manchester.
No. They were leading by 8 points with 6 games to go. Man City end up catch them and beat them on goal difference.
Right.
Because
Because for
Man,
that goal.
Man you lose 2 games and draw 1. Right? Out of the 6 games. You know who them lose to? You know who them lose to in that 6 games?
I don't remember, but I remember the season.
Them lose to Wigan and Everton. No, them draw 4-4 with Everton. Them lose to Wigan and them lose to West Brom. 6 games to go, 8-point lead for the league, and lose to Wigan and West Brom and draw with Everton 4-4 at them yard at Old Trafford and end up lose the league. I tell you, people just like to talk because people don't know what is going to happen in football. 6 games to go and lose with 6 games with a 8-point lead. Everybody in the world say Man U win the league, and them lose to Wigan and West Brom.
Yeah. All right, let me give you this one. Bevington, tell them who Arsenal ran down. Who was leading by 11 points and Arsenal ran them down and won the league. So it is possible, man. And then Tennessee saying that management, it is not possible management. You can be hopeful, but it will happen. You have a better chance of Jamaica catching Panama City. Jamaica catching Panama because Man City gone.
Stupidity. You should even read that. What he should be saying, he might think it's not probable. But to say it's not possible is stupid. You might think it is not possible, but to say it is not probable is not possible is stupid. Because, as I say, Liverpool have a game in hand. If they win that game, if they keep up the same pace from now till them play City and win that game in hand, they will go to that game against City 3 points behind. And if them beat City, then they are tied. So how can you then say it is not possible?
Yeah.
If from now,
the probability, yeah.
If from now until Liverpool play City, Liverpool and City do the exact same thing, and then Liverpool go and beat City, they will then be tied on points. How can a man now say you're a football fan and at that point with them kind of thing, they then say that is not possible? You're no football fan.
Rajik Shah said, management from the eye test, the team I see to do damages is Gunners. They are sitting perfect on the EPL table. I am telling you, listen, these young set of players for Arsenal, and that's why I'm saying that going into this City game, can City win? Obviously. Are City the best team in the league right now? I would say yes. But can Arsenal beat them? I think this young team stands a better opportunity because it's almost like these guys are at a place where they can go out there and be like they can go out there and play football. They're not under any immense pressure to prove anything. And this, I think, is going to make the game. And also, I think because City has played like so many games in such a short period of time without any break, anything can happen. And I think somebody made a point earlier about even the pandemic and what could happen with players being out. So you have to...
Even that, none of us know how that's going to work either and all them things. So how can you say the thing is not possible? I don't know what the thing is.
Yeah. See, Man City can lose 2 games and anything can happen.
Yeah. What, Man United can beat Man City when they play? Chelsea can beat Man City when they play? Liverpool can beat Man City when they play? All them teams that can beat Man City when they play. Man City might be the favorite when them are going to play them. But all of them can beat them.
Yeah. All right, so we have a fellow Arsenal coming here.
Man, you need some rationality for your program. That's what we come on now.
Well,
you need some rationality for your program.
New York now, I don't know. Just go.
Man, you need some logic for your program. Because I don't know what happened.
All right, give me some logic. Are you saying to me that the Arsenal cannot finish in the top 4? I'm being real.
No. I'm not. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about City versus the rest of the field.
Okay, go ahead.
So here's the problem, man. I think Tony said it more recently when Brentford played Man City. He said someone stole the ball because they had 30% possession. So that means you're playing football, you don't see the ball. The ball is on the field, but you're not seeing the ball. You can't touch the ball. Here's the question. Here's the problem, man. When the team you're playing is better than you and work harder than you, it's very difficult to beat that team. That's the problem you face. So when you play City and they're working harder than you are working, and they're better than you, technical-wise, they're not unbeatable because Spurs beat them earlier. But how many games have they lost all year? 2? Crystal Palace and Spurs?
Yeah.
And playing without a number 9?
How did they go? How did the match with Liverpool and City go?
It drew 3-all.
Okay.
Liverpool scored brilliant goals.
How many games have Liverpool lost this season?
I can't recall.
Two.
You see what I mean?
Here's the thing with Liverpool, but
listen, he would never come on the program, even though Liverpool probably lose the same amount of game as City. He would never come on the program and wax so lyrical about Liverpool and how many games they lose. You see the thing?
Liverpool, but Liverpool won the title 2 years.
You see this thing about possession and 13% possession and all that. A lot of times, possession is a consequence of the tactics where each team use. Like one team, like a man knows say now go out possess City, you know. So him already come into the game, decide say them are gonna possess the ball more than me. It don't necessarily mean say I'm gonna kill you, you know. It depends on your tactics where you decide to use.
No. Here's the strategy I employ. Man. City rest and offense. Let me repeat that. They take their breaks when they're on offense.
Against who do it? They can't. Against they can't do that. You think they can do it against Chelsea and Liverpool they can't do that against the bigger team. But
they do it against almost every team, man. Given the way they press, they do it against everything. Then you gotta go chase. It's hard to chase them. It's hard to get the ball off Silver and De Bruyne and Rodrigo. It's hard to get the ball off them. So when you're chasing them, they're playing the ball around you like nobody wants to have 13% possession. Come on. You're not playing football.
Listen.
You play like some Allardyce and play low block. 13%, you're not playing. You're just on the field taking up space.
City does
Brentford, by the way, is a pressing team, man.
Yeah?
Brentford is a pressing team. And they get 30% possession. When you're a pressing team, you turn people over. Right? You can't turn City over. Which team has turned City over? Liverpool plays them counter-attacking football.
That's what I'm saying. That remember they didn't beat Chelsea either, I know.
Yeah, but you have to understand, do City start the season? When is season start?
No, we go find all kind of excuses. This is why I can't discuss football with them, man. Yeah? No, I'm going to tell you that them start slow, and I'm going to find all kind of excuse why.
Arsenal started 1-3, 0 goals for 9 games. Let me repeat that. They're 8 points ahead. There were probably about 6 after the first 6 games, and they're 8 points ahead and running away. And here's the problem, man. People don't understand. So take Chelsea, take Liverpool. Who else do you think can give City a good game? Chelsea sleep up against Chelsea will sleep up against a bad team. Liverpool may sleep up against a bad team. Does City sleep up against the bad teams? Apart from Crystal Palace, who has their number? Year after year?
Yeah. No, what I'll say to you.
Who has Liverpool? Hold on. Who himself have Liverpool have whose number?
Crystal Palace play them well every year. Beat them at their place more than one. Beat them at their place this year.
City.
Beat them at their place 2 years ago. Crystal Palace play City difficult.
Yeah, man.
So they have some attacking players and they play low block.
And they play Manchester United because Zaha normally some of the Crystal Palace they always play well in Manchester. But Liverpool, City did beat Chelsea this season. Really outplayed them this season. They actually defeated Chelsea.
Wait, man, and they had their full team, by the way, man. Not now when they had COVID and injuries. They had their full team, and it wasn't even close. Man, it's tick-attack football, and if you do it really well, it's frustrating to play games.
Salty Tennessee says, Salty a cook, man. City are going to win the league. There's no catching the ball.
Maybe they win. Listen.
Hold
on now. Maybe they will win the league. But the fact is, we don't know what is going to happen. We just attack,
Yeah, well, that is true. We don't know that.
No, but
Everybody just talk because they want to sound important. But at the end of the day, we don't know what is going to happen.
Salty, your management sort of like it. That's why I come on the Salty. Because here's your guys' argument. Well, anything can happen. Yeah, I can walk on the road and stub my toe and get hit by a car. Anything can happen. But what's the likelihood of the thing occurring? That's the problem. What's the probability of it occurring?
Listen, I've been watching football for so many years. I know with 19 games to go, anything can happen.
We don't disagree with that, but we're talking about likelihood, probability.
Anyway, I hope, management, I hope you have this program all the time going forward.
But what's okay?
What you need about me, like remember,
Hey, Salty, what do you think, Salty? What if you lose? How does that work? What if what you say don't come to fruition?
What if what?
What if what you want to save the program to show that you're wrong? Is that what you're trying to do?
People, you are an Arsenal fan, right?
Yeah, Arsenal.
I'm an Arsenal fan, yes.
Arsenal play City this weekend. You don't think Arsenal can win?
The likelihood is they bully us every time we play them. When we play Liverpool and City, we play Chelsea well. We don't respect Chelsea, London Derby. When we play Liverpool and City, we get bullied. We haven't beat them in 5, 6, 7 years? Both Liverpool and City.
In the league, but we won them.
That's the argument.
Yeah, I think FA Cup run management don't count. FA Cup run don't count.
But you know what I'm saying? The likelihood of something happening, it might be small. It doesn't mean it can't happen.
And here's the worst thing management about City. They're not catching COVID. They have 2 full team. They don't have any injuries. Apart from Rodrigo, probably have a calf strain or something, and they're not catching injuries. Our whole coaching staff have COVID. Chelsea whole team is either injured or have COVID. Everybody else has problems. City has no problem.
Listen, people, this is a good day for the show. 2 KC man challenging each other.
Oh, the college man.
Oh, by the way, management.
Yeah.
All this optimism about your team playing us. Don't drink some white rum before the game.
Wait up, Manis versus KC.
Yeah, drink some white rum before the game.
Come on, man. Man is beating KC, man. Come on, let's not even go there.
Where they playing that game?
States.
Oh, KC win still. Which year you got KC, brethren?
Long time ago.
You know what I'm talking about?
long time ago. Let me go here to go to school.
A long time you go to,
Long time ago. But no, man.
You guys probably, you know what is funny though? I'm going to tell you this. I think you guys see each other already, but don't know each other,
Hey, management.
Yeah.
Me go KC so long, that's my son. Go KC and go university and left university. And my son went to KC.
Yeah, I thought you're going. Yeah. All right, but people are asking this question to a cranky. Tell me why City come out of the champion if they're so good and sing. Why do they get knocked out of Champions League?
2 reasons. One is anything happening in tournament football. The Premier League is 38 games to make a decision at the end of the season. So in the Champions League or in the knockout competition, just like how we won the FA Cup, the best team doesn't always win. The team on form at that time. And secondly, Guardiola outcoaches himself every single time. He always does something other than normal. He has a standard process that he executes for the whole season, and then all of a sudden changes up. 2 years ago, what did he do? Put Fernandinho, play 3 at the back, put Fernandinho at right back. Some crazy stuff he comes up with. It's almost as if he panics when he gets to the Champions League final or semifinal, and he gets knocked out by a team that he normally destroys. So, and he hasn't won the Champions League outside of when he had a great team at Barcelona. He didn't win it at Bayern, and Bayern had one of the better teams. And he has one at City who's been dominating for years. Because I don't think he does well when he comes to the final rounds. But they are they don't have a number 9. They don't have a definite goal scorers. They get goal contribution from different players. And they have vulnerabilities in a tournament. I just saw with them in Chelsea last year, when you have a very good midfield with Conte in there, who cleans up everything, they can get beaten, but it's a one-off situation. It's not sustainable over 38 games. That's the problem.
All right, so Tyrese Beckford is saying Cranky have too much respect for City. No confidence him now in Arsenal.
My team. Here's what I said about my team. The future is bright. This year is gravy, right? So the way I view this is we have a very young team, the youngest team in the league,
How am I
youngest team
feeling?
in the league. We're getting better. They'll continue to improve. We're buying the right players, put them in the right place, developing them to make sure we can challenge the cities in a year or 2 or 3. But right now, it may be a little bit early for us.
But you know what though? Given the form that the team is on, like I will say again, City is the better team. But I would not be surprised if these youngsters, given that City played so many games, they have played like they have almost like back-to-back game, and we were able to miss the Wolves game, so we have more time.
Man.
Yeah.
The last game they played, they had Mahrez and Sterling on the bench. They had Grealish and Foden. The game before that, Mahrez and Sterling started, right? They have interchangeable parts. They're all the same. So we can't afford to lose a Martinelli or a Smith Rowe or a Saka or Odegaard for any stretch of time. They can lose Sterling or Mahrez and don't blink an eye. Secondly, for us, we're in a good position because I've always said Aubameyang should not be starting. And it's addition by subtraction. Removing Aubameyang helps the team because Lacazette has the ability to hold the ball up. He has the skill to create space for himself and to bring others into play. Aubameyang did none of that. He can only get behind the defense and go behind. So that was part of the problem. So now we have a better construct. But when we play City, here's the thing, Manning's man. We play like how City play. We have to keep the ball. We're offensive-minded. When you find a better offensive team, it becomes difficult. Can we win? Anything is possible. Will we win?
But it doesn't sound to say that anything possible.
Yeah, but we don't anything possible. But we're not saying we all win. So to see next time, Man City I will lose the title. It's possible. Is it probable? No, I don't think so.
Yeah, but I think, listen, what I think like Liverpool and City at this time are above most of the other teams. So I can see Liverpool beating City beating Liverpool, even Chelsea. I feel like there are times when Chelsea have these one-off games that Chelsea look like this to me like a tournament team more than a Premier League team. I think if Chelsea played City in the Champions League, no, I feel like they could beat City.
They have too many injuries and COVID, right? They have 14 between Chilwell and Havertz, and this is a lot of players, right? So there's a lot of players either injured or coming off injuries or coming back from COVID. So their team is not settled. Lukaku is now being blended back in. So when they get settled, they'll do well, right? And Liverpool missed Wijnaldum, who went to PSG, big time. Fabinho has not been consistent in the team because he's been in and out. Van Dijk is not at his back as his best. They have a lot. Thiago has not played as he did at Bayern. They have a lot of issues in their team also, which precludes them from showing the quality and the form you'd expect from a team. And Mane has not been scoring of late. He hasn't scored in the last 8 games. So they're missing some key components, or people are not informed as they should be. Jota playing well, Salah playing well, but Elliott got injured. They have a lot of injuries in their team also. That's what I'm saying. City has no issues, limited injuries, no COVID issues. They're set up to run away with the title. But I mean, as my good panelists say, anything is possible. And it's possible I'm going to win the lotto. Maybe I can win Mega Million.
Why the next person who wants to speak, man? Man.
Yeah.
Right. You remember me and you had a conversation. I don't know if I did tell you. About a month or 2 ago. Before this COVID thing started, wreck the teams and stuff. I think Chelsea was leading the league at the time. And I said they could not win it because they scored too few goals. And most of the games is one love. Them scored.
Like a one.
Yeah, and I was saying that them stand a better chance of repeating as Champions League winners than winning the Premier League. Because I hear the guy, I don't know if somebody just said, but them like a tournament team where them can draw 0-0 one leg and win the next leg 1-0 or beat you on penalty shoot or something like that. But they score too few goals in the league to win the league. And so that is why when them face, that is why them end up with a lot of these 1-all draws and all them things where them have no one stuff. Because them don't put away a team, them don't score 2 and 3 goals and put away a team.
Yeah, the problem with Chelsea, but if you think about City, right? They don't have a 9, but all the players, Sterling, the Mahrez, the De Bruyne, the Silvers, the Foden, they all can score goals. May not be prolific, but they all will contribute goals in any given season. Sterling has over 100 Premier League goals now, about 100. So they'll score goals. The question for Chelsea, the Havertz, the Pulisic, the Hudson-Odoi, they're not as prolific as the City players. They have Lukaku who's coming back now, and he looks like he's also in form, even though he seems unhappy. So it should be interesting going forward, but I still think City is going to win.
Yeah, I see. I want to hear from somebody because Lukaku is saying like his heart is still at Inter. I'm confused with that whole thing.
He's upset with the coach because he think he should be playing as he comes back. You know how stars read. If I come back and I'm on one leg and I want to play, I should play. That's part of the problem. And he's come on and speak out about he didn't like how he left Inter. It wasn't done the right way. But you're the one who left because you're getting paid a lot of money. And he's going to go back to Inter at some point, he said.
Yeah. Why would you say that? You haven't even completed one season.
He's unhappy. That's what you do when you're unhappy. He's unhappy. For different reasons. I think he loves Italy. I mean, the kid speaks like 6 languages. He's very global in terms of how he operates and how he thinks and how he operates. So, and he's very, very smart. He knows what he's doing.
Did he leave Inter or they just accept a bid for him? Like, did he ask to leave or something?
Yeah. No, he wanted to leave. They didn't want to sell him. He wanted to leave. He didn't want to leave, but the money when people.
I think they were saying. I think I was reading where the people at Inter say the amount of money that Chelsea offered for him, they had to take it. They had to like.
Yeah, but if he didn't want to leave, he wouldn't have left. If he said he wasn't leaving, he wouldn't have left.
Yeah, if he said he didn't want to go, he wouldn't go. Yeah. But then he probably get an increase in salary and all them things there and run.
Yeah, and your agents only make money when you leave, when you change teams, most times. So agents are always trying to sell you to somebody else.
Yeah, because they make money every time.
Yeah, they get 10-20% of the transfer fee.
They need to
£100 million.
They need to change
that's 10 million up front. Maybe even more.
They need to change up that thing in football.
They are going to actually. They're going to limit the amount you can get. They're trying to anyway.
Because these agents, them have an incentive to try move the player every 2 years or whenever.
Yeah, so they do. Yeah, they do. They do.
So Cranky, who you have in your top 4?
I have the top 3 right now, and it's between us, Spurs, and Man U.
Oh, the 4th. So is the top 3 in what order?
City, Liverpool, Chelsea. Even though Liverpool will be hurt by Mane and Salah going to the African Nations Cup.
How many games?
No, they only missing Brentford and Crystal Palace. Yeah.
Well, it all depends on how long their teams are in the tournament for.
No. For the duration of the tournaments. Yeah. Remember during January they have 2 FA Cup weekends.
Oh, that's true. That's true.
And one of Liverpool playing a team named Shrewsbury.
Yeah, they have 2. You mean 2 League Cup and 1 FA Cup, I think.
Right. They have 2 games against Arsenal.
Right, and they have a FA Cup. They have a FA Cup game.
We're gonna play Liverpool without Salah and Mane. We're going in the finals, man.
I would know. They act like a 2-man team. And we're missing Abba.
Want to Thomas Partey.
He's leaving on Monday.
Thomas Partey is 36. He can go.
Yeah.
They keep telling me he's 28, and I'm like, where's he 28? Yeah. Not in his face, not in his legs, not in his movement. Even an African birth certificate, which got amended someplace.
Oh, and somebody just reminded me that but the international break don't affect them because the international break is after the African Cup of Nations. Because
they're only missing 2 league games.
Okay.
Well, 2 is big enough. If you're trying to compete with City, 2 is huge.
And remember the Brentford game that you played, well, you were very, very it was a thing their game, The Brentford game was a very exciting game, the Liverpool Brentford game.
We never draw the game because of Salah and Mane. We draw the game because we couldn't hold on to the lead against them. Yeah. But that was at their stadium though. The return of Liverpool it up.
So who are in your top three, your top four, Saudi?
First of all, like Tottenham, how many games in on them have on Arsenal?
Just I think two now. So if they,
And
if
how
they
many points behind Arsenal? About 2 points.
no man, no. So Tottenham are on 30 points, and they have played 17 games. Arsenal have 35 and have played 19 games.
Oh, Arsenal have 5 more points than them?
Right, and they have Tottenham have 2 games in hand.
They have
Oh,
2 easy games, and we have City coming up. They have easy games.
What about Manu? Where's Manu?
Well, Manu can't pass us because I think they well, they can because
31 from 18. So
they have 1 game left and they have 31. So they can't. If they win the next the game and come to 19 games, they will have 34 points. So we will be still ahead.
Games in hand are not really points still. But if them team that win, then it close. Then it very close, right?
Yeah.
I think it's hard. I think it's going to be hard to decide which one of them is going to finish. For me personally, I would probably think Tottenham.
Oh, you see, you sound like the rest of man them now. You sound like the rest of man them like you don't like Arsenal.
No, it's not a like thing. It's not nothing to do with like. No, Arsenal actually like Arsenal, you know. He used to watch all the Arsenal game back in the Arsene Wenger days, you know.
Okay. So, but we have in the top three go because you start at 4th, you know.
No, you know, some bias toward Liverpool, so I'm gonna say Liverpool are gonna win.
Okay.
that's why you're so adamant about catching City. Oh, now that makes a lot of sense. Yeah, but you can't catch City, man. You can't catch City next year.
You didn't know you were a Liverpool fan. Okay. You didn't know you were a Liverpool fan.
No, man, no. That's why I'm so adamant about catching City. You can't catch them, man. You can't catch them.
Definitely, as I always say from long time, the top 2 was going to be City and Liverpool. From that, one of them 2. Even when them say it was 3-horse race, I did say it was going to be one of them 2. Chelsea have the 3rd place lock up, you know. But the fourth look like a good fight. I don't think West Ham in it. From long time, I never think them in it anyway. But me, I'll go with Tottenham, man. Maybe because of Antonio Conte. Eh?
I'm going to give you a joke. I think Chelsea going to be in that fight.
Yeah.
Yeah. They'll get all their horses back. They're going to get all their players back, and then he'll have a lot of choices, right?
Yeah, but that's what point.
They go buy a left back. Think about it. They can go buy a left back. They have money. They can buy anything they want.
That they may do if they add in January window because based on how they are playing right now, I can see them losing to Liverpool this weekend.
Well, I think if they get Lukaku running like he has been, they get back Havertz, they get back Warner.
You already know them are going to play Liverpool.
Silva is out also. Silva was out yesterday.
Yeah, he came off injured in the game before.
What about Reece James? Reece James finished the game yesterday?
No, he was off injured also.
Yeah, because I think I read
they have injuries everywhere.
Yeah, so I mean, I think they're going to be in a dogfight for that.
I hope so.
Yeah, and why I think that if it is close, Chelsea normally struggle against Arsenal, even with their best players.
I like my team nowadays, apart from maybe moving Xhaka out, and if Tomiyasu comes back, because he had a hamstring injury, or maybe he had COVID, but also he had a strain. We should be able to do okay for the rest of the season, apart from the City and the Liverpool, which is always difficult for us.
Yeah, I think we need to get a holding midfielder and a number 10, forward.
We need a holding midfielder.
We need a number 10. This guy will name
forward.
No, we don't need no 10, man. We don't need no 10.
This guy will name Odegaard. He's good, man.
Yeah, he's
playing well. He's playing well. Yeah. He's playing well. And we haven't had an injury bug this year, man. So we've been fortunate, right? Because we normally have a lot of injuries.
My fingers are crossed because I said Jack Wilshere continue to train, and when Jack Wilshere is around, people get injured. You understand me?
Usually him.
Well, yeah, and even Jack Wilshere is healthy. Can you believe it? So something has happened in terms of the medical department at Arsenal because they are doing well. They are doing well. But who has been, I mean, for you, Cranky, who has been the player this season at the midpoint of the season that you think, you know what? Who are some of the players that you have been most impressed with in terms of their performance? Not just your club, just right across the league. Probably the 3 players that really. And other persons in the comment section, they can let us know as well. Who are the players who have
And
stood
some
out?
of the normal players like the Salahs of the world. I think Salah has been playing well. I think Rice from West Ham
Bernardo Silva.
has been brilliant. I think Silva has been exceptional. I think Silva has been playing at the best player in football, apart from maybe Mbappe, who's playing well for PSG. So, look, I think those players are really, really well, playing really, really well. Reece James was playing well, actually. Alexander Arnold is playing well. There are a number of players who are having, but Arnold can't defend himself. That's the only thing. I mean, he can't defend at all. But offensively, I think he has like 2 goals and 9 assists this season for a right back, which is exceptional. Cancelo also, as top 10 says, playing well. Well, the whole City team is playing well, Frank. Even Sterling has regained his form, right? Maybe Grealish has disappointed, but if you look across the spectrum of all the teams, I think St. Maximum is playing well. He's my favorite footballer, by the way. I love to see some St. Maximum.
Why? What does he
I
do?
just think if he was in a good team, you would see his attributes. He's unplayable. And by the way, Manning's man, is the first time I've heard in a long time a coach says, you remember when Paul Hall said he want to feature Bailey and hinted about building the team around him?
Yes.
The Newcastle coach said that, actually.
Anyhow.
We try to get him the ball as much as possible because we have no idea what he's doing. He's going to do, and so does the opponent have no idea what he's going to do.
So how come you didn't call Ramsdale cranky?
No, but you can't call. You said I didn't call on my team. My whole team is playing well, apart from maybe my midfield. Apart from Partey, who's not been playing well, and I'm not totally fully pleased with Ben White. But I think the rest of them, whether it's Tierney coming in, Tavares, Tomiyasu, Odegaard, I complain about Saka scoring on the score. Martinelli has come back and is running wild. The team is playing well.
The player, all right. So some of the players for me, I've really, it's one of the seasons where I don't see any of the players coming through the, like normally you would see a new player from one of the promoted teams doing well. I don't see any. I think I've been very impressed with Odegaard from Arsenal. I mean, other players are playing well. Ramsdale from Arsenal. Salah has been immense this season. Immense. I mean, and like for me, I think Trent Alexander has stepped up a notch in his play. I've admired how Glenn Rice has looked.
Who?
Is Rice? Declan Rice. Sorry.
Glenn Rice is a basketball player.
Yeah.
I was a basketball player.
Was. Yeah, Declan Rice.
You know which player on West Ham I like to? Him set up a goal the other day. Jared Bowen.
Bowen is good.
Yeah, that guy is
Bowen is good.
I like the Aston Villa. Aston Villa has a wing back called Cash. I like you. I like
the one that gave away a penalty the other day.
Yeah. I think that just stirred everything, but yeah.
He's a Polish international, by the way, and they welcome him. He knows English. I'm just saying. Unlike some countries who are fighting their own people, Poland welcomed him. But the president gave his approval for him to be part of the national team.
Yeah. We're not going to have that conversation because you're not real Jamaican.
Everybody welcoming overseas born national except the great Jamaican national team.
Out of 21 people.
People like Aubameyang, who was born in France, and Mahrez, who was born in France, and we can name all these players who play for
all the whole Comoros team when African Nation Cup. None of them bought a Comoros. And you know what Comoros is, that way Comoros is. None of them bought a Comoros. The entire team is foreign. The entire team. And they made the African Nations Cup. But Jamaica, they have all French players in the team.
You have people in Jamaica talking like we have a bunch of big ballers to run out on the team.
No. Not to digress, but that happened. Man, I listened to the interview today. I listened to the interview with the coach you had today. And he was saying all this talent in Jamaica. And we don't disagree Jamaica has talent, but at what level? We gotta manage that talent word, Put it in quotes. Are they good enough to compete at the national level or compete locally? That's the question. And by the way, Manning's man, I'm going to digress here and say this. All the coaches in Jamaica who are saying all these things, have they looked in the mirror and realized that they're the same coaches who develop these players? And we're saying it's a coaching issue? The coaching fraternity is the one saying this, and they're the same coaches who develop these players. I'm confused.
Hey, you know that the United States, right? The guy named Sergio Dest, him come from Holland, right? Then them have this midfielder named Musa, play for Valencia, right?
Yeah.
That guy qualified to play for England, United States, some African country, and Italy. All four, right? I forget which African country.
Yeah.
Must have Ghana. And then play for United States. These people get the talent from wherever them think them. Right now, the US and Mexico have a war, especially in Southern California and Texas, where you have Mexican people from Mexican descent where them parents are Mexicans and them live in California and stuff. And the Mexican FA come over here for them people.
Yeah, so what US is trying to do is cap them real early.
Yeah.
Cap them, lock them in, because they also are focused on making sure they have the best talent. And by the way, Musa was tracked for 2 years by the US. Again, play for the US versus, as you said, the other countries he qualified for.
Yeah. All of you people, and Claudia, you and Brain Drainy and Southie Cranky, all of you guys, Tennessee, you're not real Jamaicans.
No, I think what he was pointing making is that
only your money is sent to Western Union real. Everything.
You know what? We'll take back your money, Mannings, man. We're not sending no more money. Got Jamaica coming, Jamaican.
I don't like them.
Send the money go someplace else.
I don't like that sort of discussion here this today, because what you do is you're judging a person's heart. Like you don't know a person and you judge him heart, and you're making it seem like everybody who is born in Jamaica, who was committed to Jamaica, and then everybody.
And everybody come back in the Mannings man, but we can't take the pressure.
You want him back?
No, for me to come back in, because we have my second house at Jamaica, but the people at Jamaica tell me something about with it.
I know.
Right? So I don't understand. So if you're in Jamaica, aren't you part of the challenge, the problem? Fix up the country, make the country run good, and we can't come back.
But we're not even talking about
Jamaicans, since we're not real Jamaicans.
Just I say, you can't judge a man and say because this man was not born in Jamaica, then this man won't be committed to the Jamaica national team. You can't judge people like that. You can't, because you have people in Jamaica who born in Jamaica and playing for the national team who not committed to the national team. It's just that them do have no option, but them mistraining them do all kind of things for sabotage the team. So.
But I think part of the issue management I see, and I know we are digressing here, we're talking about PL, is a lot of it is the establishment in Jamaica. What is the JFF or the coaching fraternity? They're the one espousing these views. Sometimes it's not the man on the street. They're the ones who are convincing people to think that way. The Karumis of the world, because I see young Karumi battling out today. The Karumis of the world, they're part of the problem. They're not the solution. They're part of the problem.
I'm slow, Cranky.
Yeah?
I'm slow. I was slow. So I couldn't understand. I'm slow.
No, you're not slow. You don't agree with this nonsense. That's what it is. You don't agree with this nonsense. If you're not agree with it, then you're slow. I don't understand the logic.
But it says I'm slow. But who was asking this question? That I think Eddie's asking who's the coach of the year.
So far in England.
Yeah, well, the year is done. It's so far because tomorrow is the last day.
A lot of them get fired.
The coach of the year is either between Pep, Moyes.
Klopp.
I mean, I don't see. It could be Tuchel, but he's not for the league.
I would probably say Moyes.
Pep will win it.
Moyes.
West Ham came on about 5th with limited resources.
At this point of the season,
No. What I'm talking about is for the year, so we're talking about from.
No, 2021.
from January, which would
Yeah.
last season and this season.
Yeah, but he's what, in 6th place in the league?
Yeah, but Arteta has accumulated the most points, I think, behind only Pep, you know.
Yeah, that's a typical Arsenal fan when I put Arteta in the mix.
It would probably be, you mean for the entire 2021?
Yeah, for the 2020.
I think he has the second best record in the league, actually.
Yeah,
probably would have to say Pep, no?
Yeah, he's gonna be Pep.
So what about Klopp?
What Klopp won? No, Klopp. Win.
What about Tuchel came in and won the Champions League with Chelsea?
I know, yeah, but he said 2021, you know.
But that was 2021.
No, I understand, but you're talking about the entire year of 2021. So what have Chelsea been doing for the entire year of 2021? They didn't win the league. They're in 3rd place now, or 2nd place now.
Yeah,
Pep in 1st place for the entire year.
Pep win the league
and some blip in the start of the season, but
Pep win the league
first and end first.
Yeah. Pep win the league. Pep start the year in 1st place and ending the year in 1st place again.
Yeah, okay. I'll probably say Pep.
Pep and Salah is a player of the year.
Yeah, has to be.
Because Kevin De Bruyne was out for,
quite a bit. Yeah, I think Silva has played exceptionally well, but may not score enough goals to get it.
Yeah. I think I would give it to Salah. Anything else? But we're going that discussion with the whole football thing is something that we need to have. You know.
You need to have a program. You need to have a program, boy.
Well, I think that there's a larger societal issue in management. It's not just about football and management. It's just how we think, how we engage, how we operate. And it's all about the thought process, which is we're very divisive amongst ourselves. Instead of embracing our differences, not thinking about where we reside, but more of who we are. He was talking a lot about culture. Does he realize there's some people who grew up in England and Jamaica who's more Jamaican than people in Jamaica in terms of how they speak, how they operate, what they eat, how they engage, the music they listen to? The culture is in their household. And in New York, the population is big enough for you to live in your own community and know nothing about America.
That's what I was saying. I was saying that there are people in Jamaica who have no interest in getting a passport. And
well, not only that, people in Jamaica who don't speak patois, who live in their own world. They're not Jamaicans.
There you go. And then, like I always say, listen, you can't. How do you measure a person's commitment? Because if you have a responsibility, cranky yourself, management, I want you to come and play for my team in the summer, as an example. All right. You say you're going to buy the ticket. You invite me and say someone else, Paul. Let's use Paul as a name. And Paul decides that he's going to buy his ticket to come. You invite both of us, you know. I wait on you to buy the ticket. The fact that Paul purchased his ticket and I wait on you, the person invited me, to buy the ticket, doesn't make Paul more committed to the team than me.
Right. Yeah.
Like, you can't use that because I may not do it because of my value system. It could be about value system.
Yeah.
It could be about
man. The problem is the people in authority who are the one spreading that narrative. That's the problem I have with the whole thing. The people who should know better, who should manage what they communicate in the public domain, they're part of the problem. In fact, they are the problem. The Butlers of the world, I call him out. He's part of the problem. Who? And you guys are thinking about Butler should be national team coach. Are you out of your mind? Wasn't he holding Jamaica ransom with Bailey for years and not playing national team? By the time Bailey starts playing for the team, he's going to be too old. Between injuries, not playing well, is he ever going to contribute to the team in any positive way?
Yeah.
Butler can't coach a national team. It's just talk. Them things they just talk. People talk. One moment Butler will be the president, and next moment he's going to be the coach. Or everything. Butler
is going to win Manning Cup. He just likes to talk. Look, he has done well, so I'd get to give you some authority to speak, but some just need to shut up.
Yeah. So my thing is, like, and I keep saying this, listen, and I said it today and I say it again. If I think Sauti and I were having a conversation afterwards, and here's the thing. There are three set of footballers in Jamaica. They are young and not at the age to leave yet. They are the old who have gone and they have come back and they are old. and there are those who are not good enough to go anywhere. Those are the three sets of footballers in
But
Jamaica.
my next man, it's with every country that export talent. So just think about it. Whether you're in Africa, whether you're in Asia, whether you're in South America, the league to play in is in the Western world most likely. That's where we make the most money, right? You can play in other leagues, but it's in Europe in the 5 main leagues, and it may be secondary like in the MLS, for example. Or you may go to Saudi Arabia when you're getting retired to go play for some money. But that's or go in the Middle East. But that's how it operates. So most of Brazil players, most Argentina players, they play in Europe. That's where the money is made. They make enough money to take care of their families, to support their communities, and they go back home when they get old, like you see a William has just done, go play in Brazil, because they want to be home, they want to be their culture, but they go overseas and make their money. If you're good enough, you get exported. If you're exceptional, you get exported. You maximize your earning potential, and you go back home when you're done, right? So everyone keeps talking about 98, 98, 98. Their kids probably on this forum wasn't born in 1998. I have no idea what we're talking about. What have we done since then? And here's the analogy, man. We keep analogizing the track and field with the football. It's a poor analogy. Track and field is an individual sport. You know what should use the analogy? Use cricket as the analogy, man.
Yeah.
Cricket is a better analogy. Team sport. We were dominant for years. Dominant. 70s, 80s. Where are we now? Trying to compete to get into the playing.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, you're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. So I said today that though there are things that was done in the 1998 campaign that we could take into this, we have to stop looking at it because how it was done, everything has changed. That's 23 years.
Manning's man, your guest said we can take a bunch of players in Jamaica, keep them in camp for this long, and they can compete at a level. We can put them in camp for a year, 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, and they play every day. What are you drinking? What are you drinking?
That's the point I'm making. That's what I was saying to you, that if the players are good, they're not going to be able to stay in any camp in Jamaica. They are going to gone. The fact that they are here, meaning that they are that's the point I was making today. Now. The fact that they are here and you have to be doing the camp, it means that they are not good enough at that level.
Manning's man, who partners low? Let's not use British players. Who partners low in defense? Who partners low in the center of defense? Can you name one stellar center back who's coming through the ranks? We're talking about a whole population of footballers. Whether overseas or local, who partners low in the center of the defense? There's just one position. Where's our midfielders? We say we have the quality. We're going to take Anthony Grant, who's about 100 years old, and Haka, who's 200 years old, and bring them in the midfield. Where are the midfielders? We may have forwards, like Nicholson. We may have wingers, say even a Flemo or a Bailey, right? But saying that we have all this talent at our disposal, and talent can compete at an international level, that's what you're saying, it's not factual.
Yeah.
And the coaches need to look in the mirror and say, what are we not doing? Because we keep saying it's the coaching, and those who are talking are coaches in Jamaica. They need to look in the mirror.
I don't know, man. So T, I mean, I know you have your son, right? And he's a top prospect in college right now over there. I mean, are you sending him to play under 17 and under 20 for Jamaica?
This thing say my mic is muted. Oh no, him not reach college yet. Him supposed to go college. My graduate high school this year. If I am sending him, no.
Yeah. Like, given what you heard, that I mean, would you encourage him to come and play for Jamaica?
If I would encourage him to play for Jamaica, at what level? I would love.
So you're talking.
No. You really want to understand what I must say. If right now, like if under 20 or so, if I would love that.
Okay. Do you think it is possible, given what you heard today?
All right, not just what I know over the years. What I know over the years. I know because I hear from people. Like there are people within that structure who are not interested in selecting any overseas born youth players. Them say them not selecting them. Them don't want them. I can call him, but me not call a name still. But I know there are people within that football structure in Jamaica who not interested in that. So when my son asked me about that, which he did ask me, who can he contact to see if he's up to the level where he could
Yeah.
try and see if he can play on one of Jamaica's youth teams, like under 17, under 20. But no, he's 17 though. So he couldn't play under 17. So I told him, and this is exactly what I told him. I said, listen, and you hear the coach said today, you hear the coach talk today, and remember say that coach was part of the youth setup too, you know. At one point, I hear him say, a man born overseas is not a Jamaican. You hear him say that? All right. So if I remember, he was one of the coaches, you know. All right. So what would he do if he is the coach then to them youth then? So I tell my son, say, listen, them man they down there, them not really interested in the youth, them are born a foreign in the bridge. Them not really interested in them man they at the youth level. Them though, first of all, this is my belief. I hear program management, so it's not just my belief. I think the main reason what them want the youth team for is so them can put certain players in those teams, and when them go overseas to tournaments or so, a scout might see one or two of them, and they might get a transfer or two. And they are not able to have that sort of control over the young boys, the youngsters who born overseas. Them do have that sort of control over them future, over them. If somebody want them, then they wouldn't be attached to any club in Jamaica. And then if them get sold, then nobody in Jamaica now gonna make no money off of them. So them don't want those players in the team. So
here's a question, guys, which is that a lack of commitment to Jamaica holistically? Is that a commitment to yourself and your own financial situation, your own financial rewards? Is that for the country, or you commit to yourself? Because if the player is good enough and play for the country get the prominence, the country will get games, they can generate revenues. The player, as a Jamaican, they have a profile, which is, when they talk about Ethan Pinnock, they say Jamaican international.
Yeah.
When they talk about Antonio, they say Jamaican international. They're not saying UK born, they say Jamaican international. If the player develop in Jamaica and you can sell him for a fee, and if that's your goal, is it because you're developing football in Jamaica, or you're trying to generate income from that player when you sell him?
But it should be commitment, but over the years it's been about finances for certain people.
Yeah.
Yeah. But so we're going to line up your son for the under 20. Still, you need to come here. What if you come play for Jamaica? You understand? You know, money.
Listen. I can tell you half the year the people who say them not want them youth the bridge. I hope people contact them for different youth. You know?
But you think Manning's man. You think don't realize Manning's man. So in the 40s and 50s, you had a Windrush generation who went to England. And it's all the second and third generation you see now were prominent in the football. The migration to the US started later, but it's a much bigger population of people. And they get much more involved in, as you call it, soccer here or football in general. So you're going to have a much wider population who's going to play football, who's qualified to play for Jamaica. And it's going to become even more challenging because it's not like in England where a lot of people don't return to Jamaica, you know. Most people go to England and go back to Jamaica. People from here go to Jamaica all the time. It's next door, right? So they have much more of an affiliation with the country, much more engagement with the country. So what Jamaican going to do? Tell them they can't play, even though they have Jamaican citizenship and passport, naturalization?
No, they're not going to tell them. Just don't pick them.
Yeah. Eddie Vision, if I was born in Jamaica, am I an American? Well, if of course. It depends, because if say let's use Donald Trump and his wife were in Jamaica and they have a child at the 28th wing, that child is American.
No, I don't understand the question. Is the question saying if I'm naturalized? That's how I read it. I was born in Jamaica, I'm an American. If you're naturalized, you become an American, naturalized citizen. Right?
Oh,
If
that's
you're
what
born in
you say.
Jamaica, you migrate and you get naturalized. You're an American citizen, but you also a Jamaican nationality.
Yeah.
Yeah, but even if I'm born in, if my child is born in the United States, and because
Yes, you can get Jamaican citizenship. And
I'm
same
saying,
way.
no, what I'm saying though is that my wife is pregnant. I go to the States and she end up delivering there.
Which a lot of Jamaicans do, by the way. But anyway, keep going.
No, I'm Jamaican. You're gonna tell me that I'm American? The child is Jamaican.
I was in London one time, and I was trying to get an apartment over by Chelsea area. And I was talking to an agent, and he's like, "Where you from? I can't get your accent." And I said, "Like Jamaica." And he's like, "Oh yeah." And he told me about this very prominent family who, whenever they get pregnant, they go to England to have their kid. I won't say what family it was. Very prominent Jamaican family. They go for 3 months, have the baby, and go back home.
A lot of people, a lot of rich Jamaicans do that for years in Florida.
And you know, we have had a prime minister who was never born in Jamaica. He was not born in Jamaica, and he was a prime minister.
Yeah, which America doesn't allow, by the way.
But do you realize though? But we don't. A lot of us don't have a problem with the highest seat in the country. But for sports, you know, we share a different.
Yeah, that's interesting actually. But I don't think. Look, I think where you're born sometimes is overrated. I must admit. Sometimes it's overrated.
A man is whatever he say he is, man.
Yep.
Yeah.
Actions speak louder than words.
But
hey,
go ahead.
I tell you, man. You see when I hear the coach today, I say, you have some youth born in America, yeah. Them would have be a bigger asset to Jamaica than some of them youth that were down there kill people like Rice Green. See, them youth they have some youth born in America right now would have be a better asset to Jamaica than some man born in Jamaica. Because some man born in Jamaica waste money.
But Salty, what people understand now is the people who are born in Jamaica, a lot of them who come here and send back all the weapons to Jamaica.
Yeah. Yeah, a lot of people do.
Yeah. Listen, Salty, the program is recorded. You said that Liverpool to win. You said that we must keep the program regularly because
Salty, you didn't say what year, Salty, right? You didn't say what year.
2022, man.
No,
he's talking KC. When he went to KC.
No, I didn't say what year that Liverpool was going to win.
Oh.
He didn't mean 2022. He didn't mean that. It's a misspoke. He misspoke.
Oh.
When I went to KC, I saw Andrew Price playing Manning Cup.
Andrew
Price was going to St. George's.
Yeah.
He said he's not good Manning Cup. He said play for KC.
No, me just tell you.
KC George's wasn't good.
Hold on now. So may I give you a hint? As to when I went to KC. But play against him, you know. Play against him. Big
in Pepsi.
Bigger than everybody else. You know.
In Pepsi.
Yeah.
In Pepsi.
I went to Rusty's also, by the way. Now, I want people Rusty's man get mad at me. I went to Rusty's before I went to KC. So I went to Rusty's for a few years. I went to KC.
Yeah, this man asking him that.
I went to high school, and I want to get people in Rusty's. Say, boy, this, you know.
Yeah, this man asking him that was 1950.
Oh, my ass along.
No, if it was, he held up well.
1984.
Yeah.
Eddie, I don't answer it. I not understand. If I go live in China, am I Chinese?
No.
Eddie, are you vision or do you lack vision? Which one is it? Not literally, too, figuratively.
Eddie, I'm not sure understanding.
No, he's trying to take a dig at people who live overseas, right?
So
here's the thing, Eddie, which is if you went to live in China and you became a naturalized Chinese citizen in China, and yes, you're Chinese because you're a naturalized citizen, but it's not about your heritage or your nationality in terms of where you were born, or what race you're from. So it all depends on how you want to look at it. You're probably saying that if people are born outside Jamaica aren't Jamaican. That's what you seem to be alluding to.
That makes no sense. Listen, so here's what we're going to do, right?
That is stupid. That is a stupid talk. I always wonder. Like one time I remember Tony Baker. He wrote an article when them talk about the English players. Then he was against it. Like he was against it and talking about these players. Them, they don't know the national anthem. They don't know what is oxtail. They don't know what is curry goat. And I said, oh, this man know that. Like, how you know how people raise them children? Like, how you know what these guys eat? Like, you think curry goat and oxtail don't export? Like, it just start cooking at Jamaica and stuff? Like,
Salty. Ramsdale says favorite food at curry goat. Ramsdale, who's Caucasian, who plays for Arsenal, that's his favorite food.
This man write an article in the Gleaner say the guys them probably don't know oxtail and curry goat. And that must be the every corner in London, just like the every corner in New York.
It is in London quite a bit. It's
like
Wolverhampton, it's all over the place.
Why would anybody not know them food then? Like why would if you grew up with Jamaican parents and grandparents, what kind of food them think them parents cook when in them country? Them suddenly stop cooking Jamaican food? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Kind of food you think the people them cook? Yeah. So stupid, like a stupid argument. Like just look at a man. Like a man is a Jamaican by 3 things, you
know. Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead, no man. Go ahead, Sauti. Say that.
May I read the comment a while ago?
Oh, I wanted to put up this one, but I was laughing.
A man is a if a man, I don't know what kind of question that because we are talking.
What is it, a cow or a pig? It's Kirk.
Yeah. We're not talking about cows here, Kirk. We're talking about human and them nationality. Cows don't have nationality. All right. So you can keep them.
Yeah.
What may I say? So all I want to ask them full question about cow barn this and cow barn that. This is not an opinion, right? This is a fact. There's 3 ways a person can be a Jamaican. So whether Mr. Aliman, I don't care what he wants to say, but the law of Jamaica, the Constitution of Jamaica, under the Constitution is 3 ways a person is a Jamaican. Either by birth, either by naturalization, just like a man that come to America and turn a citizen, you can go to Jamaica and go turn a citizen. Or by descent. And descent means your parents are your grandparents. And you see the man born in Jamaica, what have to show all kind of documents, a passport office and fill it out and get passport. The man who born in America are the same passport form him fill out and get the same passport. And the very
same. Not like saying kids, you can buy your citizenship.
Yeah, and the same passport.
It's not for sale in Jamaica. You can't buy it.
But you know the only difference is he might go fill out the part where show say him father or him grandfather was born in this parish or whatever, and then he have to bring the documents for proof saying whoever was born in Jamaica, and then him get the same passport in the same amount of time. The very same passport in the same amount of time.
So either way you become a citizen of the country, it's the same passport to get. There's one passport.
Yeah.
One type of passport, regardless of how the citizenship.
No, you have to know about curry goat and oxtail and
so all this thing about if a cow born in a pig pen and all them thing there. Tell Kirk say, if my children want a Jamaican passport, all I have to do is carry them to the consulate down in Manhattan and fill out the form and them take picture And me show them my thing which proves to me at Jamaica. And my children get the same passport. As a matter of fact, what a lot of people do, a lot of people get both passports. So when they go into Jamaica, they'll go with their Jamaican passport, and when they're coming back, they come back with a US passport.
Yeah, the line shorter.
Right, but not only that. Not only that. When you, let's say you have a child born in the United States, right? And you want to send the child back to Jamaica. Let's say you want them go school or you want them stay with a grandmother or something, right? When them travel to Jamaica on the US passport, they give them a certain amount of time to stay in Jamaica.
Right. Yeah.
And them have to go, and then them have to go back up to the passport office and get it renewed, or them get some other things in it. What them call unconditional landing.
Yeah.
Right. But if you travel to Jamaica on your Jamaican passport, they cannot give you any amount of time in the country. You are coming home. So them can't put a time for your thing. You know that, management?
Yeah, man. I'm aware of that. And
all right, that is why
when they travel on the American passport, after a while, like sometimes like after 12 months, they will call you.
Like 6 months. I didn't know 6 months.
They call you and ask you.
Right.
Yeah, they keep calling and say, listen this and blah blah blah. And they sometimes make it sound like they're coming to look for you. Yeah.
Right. So you have to go back to the passport. You have to go back to the passport office.
Yeah.
And then eventually you can get an unconditional landing, which means you end up just here. But if you travel on your Jamaican passport, they cannot do any of that. Because what you are doing is that you are coming home.
Yeah. So Kirk explaining what he said. He says the question about a cow was to show that a person can be born abroad but has the mannerism of a Jamaican because their parents is Jamaican. So that is the point he's making.
Yeah.
So he was saying that if a cow is born in a pig pen, he's still going to moo. He's going to have the mannerism of a cow.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so the point he's making that if you're born in China, you're still a Jamaican because you have the mannerism of a Jamaican.
Because I hear some songs sometime where I hear them play. I don't even know the songs, and them hear I play them. I mean, I only know them artists there. And them know the artists, and some of them never even go Jamaica yet. And stuff. Yeah. But them grew up in that. So them grew up in that culture. Them
you know what's funny, South? Like the Americans, the Jamaicans that are born in America. You know, when I go there, you know, a lot of them have the Jamaican flag. You know that like Jamaicans in Jamaica don't even respect the flag. Like when you're driving and you have your Jamaican flag, like, hey, people stop. People don't care about these things out here, though. Like you understand me? It's you know. So I don't know. This is a crazy thing. But listen, good 2 hours. We're gonna keep this EPL thing going. I think Arsenal will finish in the top 4. I think we're gonna beat City this weekend. You know, I believe. You know. Yeah.
Man, I hope you're right, but I'm not optimistic. I hope you're right. I want my team to win, but we struggle with Liverpool and City more than any other teams.
No, I hope so too, but I doubt it. But it can happen, but I doubt it.
I want Liverpool to win because I know that I can catch Liverpool. I feel like I can catch Chelsea, and I can beat Chelsea. So I want Liverpool to beat Chelsea so they can be a part of the battle down there with me. So
I hope we don't have any COVID personnel apart from the coaching staff this weekend.
Yeah.
The last time we played them, we didn't have the full team, right? So that's
right at the beginning of the season.
Yeah.
I really hope that the competition don't stop for whatever reason, because I mean
it's not going to stop because the symptoms from the Omicron is not as debilitating as the Delta virus, so it's not the same, right? People get it. They have now shortened the window. You got to hibernate, or it's like 7 days now. In some places in the US, it's 5 versus before it was 10. So it's a better situation than before. But you have games postponed because if you're infected, they don't want to go and play and infect others also. But no one is speaking. But management is a strange thing. People are going to games without masks. I'm struggling with this whole.
That's what I'm saying. How is it going to stop when all of those fans are in the stadium with no mask? Not
But here's
only
the man. When we went to
players are
Orlando, Jamaica,
celebrating, like I see officials running to the players, telling like, no, don't go to the spectators and saying, but the war then. So
but man, even the virus was rampant back when Jamaica was in the Gold Cup, When the game finished and the players were very receptive to the fans, they came over and taking pictures with fans. So I'm always thinking, you should be in a bubble. Why are you doing that? Should we get infected? Now, Bobby Reed did get infected, but even then they weren't taking the same precautions they should.
So the English fans, them having the crowd. They're not vaccinated.
They're supposed to be vaccinated, but you can still have the virus, right? So you gotta go to the game. You gotta be supposed to be vaccinated, but you still get infected. So.
Yeah, but and Canada have a new thing. I understand that if you're not vaccinated, you can't go to Canada. So if you're not vaccinated, you can't play in the World Cup qualifiers over there for Jamaica.
That's interesting.
So unless Jamaica, they cannot. Only FIFA can step in and change that.
Yeah, but here's the problem too for them, which is all their players vaccinated.
FIFA can't force the country for letting people.
No, FIFA can't do that. But then FIFA may say you lose the game, the players can't come in. That's what they're gonna run into. People may say
you have countries that come play the US and US no grant all visas to a couple players and all the thing there.
But they probably have a good reason for not granting visas, right? It could be that the person.
That's what I say, but FIFA can't force them for
I don't they can't force them, but the question is, what will FIFA say to the Canadian Football Federation about that? That's the question.
Canadian are gonna say, boy, we can't tell the government what to do.
But if that's the case, you could go with some rule as to why you can't come to my country that affected the entire team. They'll come to some compromise.
But these big countries always have them rules, and then they can go to anybody. They've never suffered from that yet.
You know what? I was just thinking that Canada is trying to do this to get weekend teams to come and play them.
So we have a lot of players. No, Canada do well, man. Me not think them need. It's the government to do it in it, not just targeting football.
They're protecting their citizens.
So there's exemption, like for the players.
No, then why would I have exemption if I'm something else? I'm a business person. Why should I get exemption too?
So Jamaica,
any discipline, any special, any expertise you have, any specialized skills you have, you should get allowance for that too.
So Jamaica have a lot of unvaccinated players.
Not all the players are vaccinated, because a lot of the players in the EPL are not vaccinated.
I think they say
70%. I think them say about 80% have one shot or something.
Yeah.
Them that's a lot, but it's lower than the other leagues though.
Yeah.
Like Italy have about 95% or 97%. All the other leagues have in the 90s. Eh?
Yeah, it's interesting given how much of the English population have been vaccinated. It's a lot actually compared to other countries.
A lot of the players are religion, and a lot of people have follow conspiracy theory and all.
Yeah. I get my booster tomorrow. They ain't having conspiracy theory.
May I get mine Sunday.
I give you as many shots as possible. You can pump me about drugs so I can protect myself. I have no problem with it. Give me shot them.
Everybody, all of a sudden, everybody are virologists and no vaccine and stuff.
But they get vaccine. You gotta get vaccine to go to school in the first place. You gotta get measles, polio, all these other vaccinations. And then it happened too quickly. Well, have you done your research to figure out how long they've been working on similar vaccine?
One man tell me, he said the reason why I'm not take the vaccine is because they make the vaccine too quick. And I say, okay. So tell me how much time is it supposed to take? He's yet to answer.
That's a good one. Especially when they spend so much time and resources, because only you stop doing what you're doing, and you focus on the one thing, right? A lot of times you stretch these things out, you're not working 24/7. And they had the SARS, which is very similar. But you know what? It seemed to work because the fatalities are much less when you get vaccinated. So I'll take the vaccine. And people don't look like me running towards it, I'm going to run behind them. Because they always seem to manipulate everything.
Yeah, Claudine should take all our shots, man. 6 feet rule in place and double mask. That's the way to go, man.
I went to the supermarket today, and I'm in line. I mean, a man behind me, a sniffle. And him
You know,
mask who it
no.
close. And his man, I disappeared, you know. I
Oh, you
disappeared.
know.
All today, me I see. I'll eat, I'll turn on, you know.
Man, I was 2 steps for the front of the line, you know. And the
Yeah.
man maybe come and step up. I disappeared. I had to go back to the back of the line. I just, yeah, not into that.
Yep, yep. Listen, I want to thank you guys, man, for coming on. And saying Cranky, Sauti, all the persons who are on the panel. Listen, thank you for coming on. Thank you so much for coming on. So
All right.
yeah, man. All right, Sauti. Thank you.
Bless up, man.
All the
Good.
best.
Man.
All the best. Hope Liverpool can get the win because that would help Arsenal cause, and I'll get the win and help Liverpool cause.
All right.
I have a 7:30 game, so you know it's early in the morning. I like when my game is the first game to play. You understand?
No, we don't like that management. We don't do well at 12:30. We don't do well at 12:30.
Hey, you know why I like to play first? Because if I lose, I can hope for the other teams to lose so them can't talk. And if they win,
No, if you lose, then your pain is longer. It starts earlier. And it doesn't end until your next game.
yeah, well that too. Yeah, man. All right. Well, thank you, Cranky, for coming on and think. Really always appreciate your company. And think. And everyone in the comment section, really appreciate you staying with me. And again, my apologies for the late start. It is not a Jamaican time thing. It's just that the device gave some issues and I wasn't able to sort it out in time to get back up there. But good night to you. I mean, happy new year when it comes, right? Please be safe, be wise. Don't just be concerned about your own welfare, but the welfare of others, right? Make sure you make a resolution that is achievable, within budget, within reach, so you can press towards it. Begin to think about what is it that you want to see in 2022 and begin to prepare and plan for it starting tonight. God bless you. Be safe. Continue to look to the hills from whence cometh your help. Your help cometh from the Lord. I am Man's man. This is I Am Sure Sports. Be good. Good night.